Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi. I'm Adam Gore and I greatly appreciate you guys taking time out of your Tuesday afternoon to join us for the show. As always, the ICC Hour is being presented to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app.
Today is National Giving Day across our great country, and on today's show, we'll talk with Director of Advancement, Mr. Micheal Upton, about how you can help contribute to Itawamba Community College either through the ICC Foundation or how you can help support one of our 11 intercollegiate athletic programs through the Indian Club. Find out how you can give to ICC on National Giving Day by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. Or you can find a link to the Indian Club on the homepage of letsgoicc.com. Again, that's the athletic website, letsgoicc.com. On the second half of the show, we'll take a look back at an interview with Aberdeen native and NFL vet, Mr. Reggie Kelly. We'll talk about the importance of giving back, his Kyvan Food line, and, to be honest with you, it's just a really good conversation with a really good dude. So you'll want to stay tuned for that later on in the show. I do want to give you a quick reminder that you still have a few weeks left to register for spring classes here at ICC. Visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu to learn how you can become the newest member of the ICC family. When we come back, we'll sit down with Micheal Upton, ICC Director of Advancement, and learn how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College here on National Giving Day. Back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season?
Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time. Having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off-season?
Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
When my mom opened the store, I got comfortable with it, and I liked the fact I like to help people, and I like to make people feel good about what they wear or just in general. And so once we got started and got into it, it was just one of those things where I just kind of really fell in love with it.
This is a 2-year all-online Associate of Applied Science degree. There are no restrictions or requirements to begin working toward a Business and Marketing Management Technology degree.
I think just being here and being able to experience what all there is within business and marketing, it was just something I thought I would really enjoy, which I started the first semester I was in class, and which I loved Miss McCrimmon. She was awesome. She was very helpful.
Students simply apply to ICC and then select Business and Marketing Management Technology as their major.
I enjoy online, and it was not anything that anybody couldn't do. It works with your schedule, and it was easy for me to do online working here as well. So that was really helpful to me.
This degree covers a wide range of business jobs. It's also a great way for entrepreneurs to learn about starting their own business.
There are times when you will catch yourself applying what you did learn in the program, using it within whatever business you're in.
Many students in this program are working and are interested in earning a degree to be promoted where they work. I've also had graduates start their own businesses.
There's just something about when somebody comes in and they want to find something and you're able to help them with that, and they find the perfect outfit or whatever they're needing. It's just one of those things where it makes you feel good and it makes the customer feel good.
Students can start the MMT program in the fall or spring semesters.
But overall, it's a fun job, and you get to learn a lot. And if you love shopping, that's a big plus too. Customer service is huge, and we want to make sure that we are able to fit that person's needs and do the best we can to help them.
MMT graduates also have the option to transfer their associate degree and continue working toward their bachelor degree online.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is being presented to you by Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you, and you can learn why at renaissancebank.com. Well, now we're going to shift gears in the show and welcome in the Director of Advancement here at the college, Mr. Micheal Upton. And Michael, how's it going, man?
Doing great, Adam. Thanks for the chance to be on here today.
Well, today is Giving Tuesday. Before we get into some of the more details, kind of give an overview of what Giving Tuesday is.
Sure. Well, several years back, several nonprofits started this idea of Giving Tuesday tied to the busy Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I'm sure you're all familiar with Black Friday, with shopping, and then as online shopping became more popular, the idea of Cyber Monday came along. So the thought was, how do we help nonprofits, educational institutions such as ICC and others who can benefit from the generosity of folks at this time of year and tie it in when everyone's got these kind of things on their mind?
All right, and Giving Tuesday is a nationwide thing, so you'll see a lot of that talked about today throughout probably the radio shows throughout the day here on Super Talk, as well as other programs as well. So let's just talk about the foundation. here at ICC is one way to give. Also, the Alumni Association, you can become a member there, and then the Indian Club as well. So we'll kind of break down those one by one. But let's start with the foundation. Kind of explain to everybody what the foundation is, its purpose, and then we'll just talk about how people can give to it.
Wonderful. The Itawamba Community College Foundation is a separate from the college nonprofit 501c3 that exists to support the college in its mission. We receive all gifts for the college, any donations that want to come in, whether it be monetary or in kind sometimes, and we're able to manage those and facilitate those gifts for donors to the college so that everyone has a great experience. We have about 118 private scholarships through the foundation that are offered this year. We have several other funds that are non-scholarship that support either a certain athletic team, or we have one for landscaping and grounds. We have unrestricted accounts that help the college to do other needs it has. So we are the place that you can give to support the college in whatever manner you want to do.
And if somebody's listening right now would like to figure out how they can do that, where can they go to learn more about this?
Well, if they want to go online, they can go to www.iccms.edu/foundation. That is our webpage. We've got a lot of information on there. If they're wanting to make a gift online, we have a big button on that page that says Give Now. You can make an online gift. You can give us a call anytime you want to at 662-862-8039. We'd be glad to have further conversations with you that way as well.
And I know as an employee of the college, there's options you can have where you get the money automatically taken out of your paycheck. I know that's an option that I do that helps support the foundation as well. So what are some other things that people can do maybe here in the college to help support the foundation?
Well, that's one of the great ways, and I would say we are wonderfully supported by our faculty and staff. We probably have about a 70-75% participation rate, which is really wonderful for folks that give back to areas that they're feel greatly about, whether it's through academics with programs such as Phi Theta Kappa or athletics or the band, whatever it is that they have a passion for and they want to support our students a little bit further, they're able to give that way. And then we have just the one-time gifts that people give to support programs as well, like the Indian Club that we're going to talk about in a minute. That's another way that a lot of our folks here give.
All right, and the other way, not more so giving, but you can join and contribute through the Alumni Association. That's something that's growing, and a lot of people are getting more interest in. So just talk about the Alumni Association.
Sure. The ICC Alumni Association exists to support and inform our alumni across the country about what's happening at the college, the value of their education, what's going on now, how they can be more supportive. If you join, you can either join for an annual membership or a lifetime, which is very affordable. That's what a lot of people do, is do the lifetime. And you have some benefits. There are things that you're able to access when you're back on campus. There's discounts at different places. You get the Alumni Foundation magazine twice a year as well to stay updated on all of our events. And then our Alumni Association, we just really want to get physical involvement beyond monetary. So it gives you opportunities to give back, to come to the college and be involved in events. Our Alumni Association board are responsible for selecting our Alumnus of the Year and also our Athletic Hall of Fame nominees each year. That's tied into our homecoming celebration. We do other events throughout the year. We do something at graduation for our graduating sophomores who are going to walk. There's just different things throughout the year where we try to be supportive and do things on campus.
And the website to join the Alumni Association?
That is www.iccms.edu/alumni.
And I do encourage you to join. I am a lifetime member, and I did take advantage of that deal there, a great deal as well. Okay, so one of the final things we're going to talk about is athletically is the Indian Club. It's something that the coaches are able to raise money through in that sense. It does go through the foundation. So just talk about the Indian Club.
Sure. The Indian Club, and we use that as a generic term because there's actually an Indian Club for each of our 15 sports here at the college, as well as sports information to support Adam and the wonderful sports information team he's got, and cheerleading as well. They have an Indian Club account. So these are ways that people can give to support our athletic teams. And these funds can help coaches with travel costs, with supplies, with equipment. Sometimes it's taking that next step in the program to achieve some things that they want to do by having the right equipment. For example, we do have an endowment entirely devoted to the baseball program. We had a donor who had a wonderful experience here, and in his will, he left not only some funds for baseball, but also an academic fund as well. So we were pleased that he supported both academics and athletics. But these funds really make a big difference if you ask any of our coaches in how they're able to have a more successful year. Takes a little financial strain off them as they're planning out the year. And when you join the Indian Club, there are some benefits. You receive passes to all our sporting events, and in different levels, you receive some other benefits, such as, branded apparel or some special events and things we can do that way as well.
And we're talking with the Director of Advancement here at the college, Mr. Micheal Upton. And Michael, Giving Tuesday, a big day. And one thing we're lucky about being in the South is one thing that we take care of each other. And that's through donations, giving time, giving money. We look out for each other. And this is a good way for former ICC student athletes to come back and kind of help out ICC in a sense. So just in a nutshell, kind of recap where people can come find you guys and where they can contribute here on Giving Tuesday.
Wonderful. If you want to give today, I would say go online to www.iccms.edu/foundation and find the Give Now button. You can make a gift that way. You can give us a call today at 662-862-8039 and make a gift over the phone if you're not comfortable doing it online. Or if you wanted to mail something in and just write Giving Tuesday on your check, you can mail it to the ICC Foundation at 602 West Hill Street, Fulton, Mississippi, 38843. And any gift that you make to the college, whether it's today on Giving Day or any time in the future, or maybe we can have a conversation about, what it is you want to support at the college, just know it's going to have a tremendous impact on our current and future students, which then has a ripple impact upon our 5-county district and all of Northeast Mississippi.
And Michael, appreciate your time today, and hope everybody takes the opportunity to give back to ICC. But before we do that, we're going to take a break and come back with more here on the ICC Hour, being presented to you by Renaissance Bank. Back with more right after this.
Hey guys, it's Jordan here reminding you to keep up with all things athletics at Itawamba Community College by following Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platforms, subscribing to Let's Go ICC on YouTube, visiting letsgoicc.com for news, scores, photos, and more, and watching on letsgoicctv.com.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renaissancebank.com.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
piece of cake,
a noted cheese connoisseur,
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Electrical technology is, here at ICC, is a program where we take students in and teach them from the fundamentals of what electricity is all the way to very advanced concepts. It takes 2 years, it's 4 semesters, and you would always have to start in the fall because the courses are taught fall and spring. So in other words, the courses that are offered in the fall are not offered again in the spring, so you have to start in the fall, and it takes 2 years. There is a huge demand right now for electrical technicians in the workplace. As we all know, manufacturing has gotten very automated and very technical. And we meet that that need with our program here. So our students they're definitely going to have opportunities once they graduate, even opportunities while they're going to school here through the internship program that we have. Most of our students on the internship program are in that $14 to $16 range. And then once they graduate, and most industries does a pre-employment exam, and then they test to see where those students will fit into their pay scale. I would say that most of them fall in that $18 to $22 an hour after graduation. So it's a really, really hands-on program. So that's another thing that students need to be aware of. If you enjoy working with your hands and the physical aspect of using tools and doing a job, then this curriculum would be something that you need to look at. There is a good bit of programming, but you're not just going to be a programmer. You know, you're going to be a multi-skilled electrical technician, which means that you'll do all of the skill sets, not just programming. Electrical technicians in manufacturing the number per manufacturing facility is going up because the technology used in all of manufacturing is going up exponentially. I mean, we just get more and more automated and autonomous in our manufacturing processes, which means that we have to have a really skilled person to maintain those processes and keep them functioning. So the maintenance technicians today are all, by and large, have a huge electrical background to be able to do what they do with the automated processes that we manufacture today. And it doesn't matter what you're manufacturing, whether you're building cars or tires or body parts, or, you know, it doesn't matter. All manufacturing processes are automated at a really high level today and continuing to grow in that area.
The new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for movie night, picnic, sleepover, and NFL football games. Get the four-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Finding success in life is a journey. Get the best start at Itawamba Community College. Whether you want new job skills, a degree, or to take classes for fun, ICC can design a plan just for you. Rated one of America's top 2-year colleges by the Aspen Institute, ICC delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Apply at apply.iccms.edu and register for classes November the 15th through December the 14th by emailing eadvisor@iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. And folks, we got a special guest on today's show. I'm just going to go through his accolades, so hang tight with me here. First team, all SEC. SEC made it to the SEC championship game, drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in 1999, also played with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2007 Ed Block Courage Award winner. He's an NFL veteran. He's an author. He's a CEO and founder of Kyvan Foods, and it all started in Aberdeen, Mississippi. And we've got Mr. Reggie Kelly joining us on the show today. Reggie, thanks for joining us.
Hey, my man. It's always a pleasure. It's been a long time since you and I have sat down and just rapped a little bit.
Absolutely, man. Matter of fact, I think the last time we saw each other might have been Indianapolis a good many years ago. So,
yes.
Well, Reggie, let's catch up, man. How's life treating you and the family?
Well, life is going extremely well. I'm just so grateful to the good Lord for a great wife and 2 great kids. I don't think when you and I did that interview back in Indy, if my kids were even born.
I think I think the girl was just born.
I think my girl was, that's absolutely right. My daughter was just born, and they grew up so fast. I have a tear coming right here.
Man, that's crazy to think. When you said how old she was, I was like, hold on, has it been that long? But it has.
It has. It's been a long time, man. And so everything is going great with my family. Just extremely happy to be in the position that we're in. I actually coach, high school football up here as well. I coach the tight end position, which I'm not sure why they had me coaching that position, but I'm coaching tight ends and just enjoying teaching kids life through football as well. So, man, I'm living the dream.
Well, Reggie, that's kind of what we say here at ICC. Of course, it's a kind of a pun, but it is. We say community is our middle name, Itawamba Community College. And that's something that's big with you as well. And you're talking about giving back to the kids. I know you're big about giving back to home and each opportunity you get. Even guys in the NFL now sometimes reach out to you about some advice as well. Why is that so important to you and has been so important to you all these years?
Well, I believe to whom much is given, much is required. My family taught me that a long time ago, that it's better to give than to receive. And so I try to carry those same Christian principles with me everywhere I go. And I am an advocate for helping your neighbors. Your neighbors are not just the person that stays next door to you, but those neighbors who live in neighboring states, neighboring countries, neighboring towns, whatever the case may be, and to look for opportunities to be a blessing. I don't believe that God necessarily gave us, all of us, the gifts, the potential, even the finances, just so we can hoard those gifts and talents and finances for ourselves. I believe God gave it to them so we can help those who may need, a helping hand. A lot of times people are not looking for a handout; they're just looking for a hand up, and that's what we try to do. If there's people that have suffered from natural disasters, and when situations like that hit, they hit extremely hard, and they hit, and when they do hit you, they're hit unexpectedly. And so what we try to do is go in and help those families to get them a ray of sunshine, some type of hope in the midst of despair. We also like to give the kids, for those families, that don't have enough finances and are struggling. We try to help the kids out, especially during back to school. So give them free back to school supplies and just things of that nature. So any way we can find opportunities to do so, we're going to try to do it. And we're praying that it will help somebody. And hopefully again, we try to live by example, that the example that we're setting will rub off from somebody else and so that they can do the same thing.
Reggie, I think that's a great message, especially in the current state of the world we live in. It's one of those where I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's just a crazy time. And at the end of the day, I believe good always wins. And I think that's one thing we always need is to be that example and be the goodness that somebody's looking for.
Absolutely. And listen, I make no bones about it. I do tons of interviews about what's going on in our society today. It could be black, white, it can be politics, it could be NFL, whatever the case may be. I tell people this all the time. I said, listen, I'm not on the side of black. I'm not on the side of white. I'm on the side of what's right. Exactly what you just said. And I think that if we want to see a change, the change that we want to see, it starts with me. So it's important for me not to be swayed to the left or to the right, but to do what's right in the eyesight of God. And I know he will be pleased. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I have to answer to him. And I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, you did the right thing. It's important for me. I teach my kids, listen, you have to do things the right way. You have to live with excellence. Don't have to be perfect, but live with some form of excellence. You have to do things the right way. Well, if I don't do it the right way, but I'm telling them to do it the right way, I'm sending mixed signals. And so I definitely don't want to do that. And I definitely want to handle this platform. We all are leaders. We all are leaders. Here's the thing. Are you a good leader or are you a bad one? Point blank. It's either or. And so I want to use this platform that the good Lord has given me and make sure that I lead the right way, even if it's inconvenient, even if it's a tough choice, even if I may lose some people that supposed to be in my corner. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm doing what's right, I can sleep better at night.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great message that a lot of people are hearing right now. And when I went back, because I moved recently and I was going through some boxes and I found your book Prepared. And I was like, man, I haven't read this in years. So I sat down and read it. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of stuff that you wrote back then really is hammering home now with me, especially. What inspired you to write that book? And have you reflected on that since you wrote it to maybe even think about maybe doing another one?
The funny thing you say that. I wrote this book, and I remember a few years back, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I gave it to my daughter. And she said, "Dad, I don't want to read this boring book." And she said, "This is just some stuff that you put together, Dad." And lo and behold, I said, "Well, just try it. You might like it." And so she put it down for some years, and finally she decided to pick it up. This year, she decided to pick it, and she's been reading it, and she can't put it down. And she said, "Dad, wow, you said this. Wow, Dad, wow." And the book was intended to encourage people, really, in so many essence. We all go through tough times. We also experience great times. But let's be honest, you learn your greatest life lessons through the hard times. Frederick Douglass said it best: if there's no struggle, there's no progress. So we all are going to struggle. We all are going to have things that we go through in life. We have flaws. We have things that just not where we want to be. But those are not the times to give up. Those are not the times to become negative. Those are the times really to push harder, to achieve the purpose that God has in store for you. So I want to encourage people to realize the small things that you go through in life are really big things that's going to help prepare you to bigger and better levels if you have the right attitude. You can become bitter or you can become better, but it's all your choice in the matter. And so that's the reason why I want to write it, to encourage people. I gave some instances, some of my experiences that I've gone through, and I was as transparent as I could be. I wasn't trying to be arrogant or prideful. I wanted people to see I messed up here. But yet now look where I'm at, because I didn't give up, and I'm grateful to the good Lord for the opportunity to encourage so many. And then when I see my daughter reading it, and she's 16-year-old, she likes it. So that meant a lot to me as well.
Absolutely. Talk about that uniqueness at the house, where your kids are getting the age now where they kind of understand who Dad is and what Dad does. Just talk about that unique atmosphere.
Well, when they were little kids, I was still playing in the NFL, so they would go to my games, but they really didn't know what they were watching. They would go to the game, but they didn't understand. But now they watch NFL football, or they watch sports, and they see players and they see interviews, and they'll see me having some interviews now or doing some events, and then they say, Dad, I didn't know that this is what you did. I said, yes, this is what I've done and what I've tried to do, even though I'm put in the spotlight, even though I have a lot of things that's come in my way, I'm still trying to handle it the right way. For me, I don't want my kids to think that I make money or that money makes me. I want them to see that, hey, I make money, but money does not make Reggie Kelly. I play football, but football is not Reggie Kelly. Football is just simply what I do. A man of God is who I am. Football would change. Your occupation would change. Me selling salsa, me selling this, that's going to change because I may sell something else. All that stuff is going to change. So that's temporary. But who I am, the essence of Reggie Kelly, that will never change. And I know I'm solidified in the hands of the good Lord. And so I want them to understand substance. Not just flare and stuff that's only on the surface. I want them to go a little bit deeper. So again, every opportunity I have to teach them, I try to do so. And I try to do it when I'm not too overbearing, because how a teenager can get.
Absolutely.
Finding success in life is a journey. Get the best start at Itawamba Community College. Whether you want new job skills, a degree, or to take classes for fun, ICC can design a plan just for you. Rated one of America's top 2-year colleges by the Aspen Institute, ICC delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Apply at apply.iccms.edu and register for classes November the 15th through December the 14th by emailing eadvisor@iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
The new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for movie night, picnic, sleepover, and NFL football games. Get the four-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Well, we're talking with Reggie Kelly, NFL veteran, author, founder, and CEO of Kyvan Foods. And whenever I let somebody, and it's very, well, I wouldn't say very rare, it depends on how much I have, but when I do let somebody try some of the salsa, they ask about you. And this is how I like to describe you. You're an ambassador of good. And that's what's come through on the show so far. So let's talk a little Kyvan real quick. Talk about the history of this. This is something you and your wife, Sheila, came up with. Proves you're a smart man because she said this is something she wanted to do and you listened to her. So just talk about the brand and how it's grown over the years.
Honestly, as you know the story. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to start a food line. This was not something that was organic. Well, it was strictly organic. It wasn't something that I planned. It wasn't something that I just say, this is what I want to do when I finish football. Because quite frankly, I wanted to go and work in the NFL front office. Toward the end of my career, 2 years before I retired, I spoke to Coach Marvin Lewis, who was my head coach at the time in Cincinnati, and told him, "Hey man, listen, I'm getting a little long in the tooth. The tread on the tire is wearing thin. And so I want to think about life after football." And I said, I think that, it'd be a great idea if I work in the front office of an NFL franchise. And he agreed. He felt like that would be the best place for my talents. And so we started working towards that. We were geared up to working towards that. I had a great meeting with Ron Hill. I'm sure you remember that name. Yeah. And I still talk with Ron Hill to this day. Had some great meetings with him. He advised me as well on what he thought I should do. And so I was well on my way to working for the NFL. But lo and behold, things can take you on a different path. And during that time, I used to throw free football camps for the kids in my hometown of Aberdeen. And in those camps, I wanted to reward the kids who exemplify great academic excellence. So I gave them free football camps, free food. I flew down my teammates to reward the kids. I just wanted to make it really big for them, and they enjoyed it. But after the football camps, and for that matter, we know after any event in Mississippi, we're going to have some good food.
Amen.
That's a no-brainer. And so my family and my wife's family cooked for all the volunteers, and my teammates couldn't stop raving about the food. And I remember, it's funny, one night my teammate's wife, she called my wife Sheila and said, "You guys really need to do something with these family recipes." Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to do it. I was like, well, I don't know anything about the food industry. I like to eat. That's as much as I know about the food industry.
Me and you both.
We're in the same boat. And so my wife came to me and said, "Well, you know what? That's really not a bad idea. Perhaps we need to just dive into it and see." And so I took my wife's advice, and lo and behold, we tried to come up with some catchy names. I was thinking of Reggie Kelly's. No, not going to work. What about 82s? Well, how many NFL players, college players had the jersey 82? That's not going to work. And my wife said, "Well, listen, we've always wanted to leave a great legacy behind for our kids. Why not name the company after our kids?" My daughter, her name is Kyla. That's where the KY comes from. And my son's name is Kyvan. So we combined the two to come up with Kyvan. So we want to leave a great legacy behind for our kids. And that's how the business got started. In of itself, just an idea with us working in the community, and then my teammates liking our food process, liking our food products. And then boom, lo and behold, a great idea was given to my wife. And like you said, beside every great man is an even better woman.
Absolutely. And all right, so there's a lot of stuff is Apple based with that, and Brandon, our buddy Brandon Speck, he calls me a foodie. I think that's a polite way of calling me fat. But he's like, man, he's like, you need to try Reggie's salsa. He's like, I know you're kind of picky about your salsa, but I really think you're gonna like this. He's like, he don't like hot stuff. So I'm like, all right, he found some in Aberdeen and brought it to me. And I'm telling you, dude, I'm a snob about my salsa, and this is something that never leaves my refrigerator now. It's that good. Why was it's just a unique flavor, a unique thought process? What inspired that?
Well, most of our food products are just family recipes. I grew up next door to my grandmother, and so did my wife. So we got all the great seeds. My grandma used to make homemade preserves. I mean, we used to get together, my family, and just find reasons to cook and have great camaraderie, great conversations, just great get together. We used to find any excuse to do that. And we used to joke each other when you bring a bad meal, when a bad dish, when it didn't quite pan out. And it was just fun times, and I remember that. And so all I simply did was, I took the advice of my teammates, and they said, man, these family recipes, man, they're great. And we just decided to, hey, let's take a chance on taking what we've already enjoyed all of our lives and give it to those all around the country, all around the world. Now, it took some time to get all the ingredients measured down to a science, right? Because, my family, hey, add a little bit of this, baby, add a little bit of that, baby, get a little taste. No, just a dash more of this. And so what I had to do was just take the main ingredients that they have. Some of the recipes were down to a science. Some of them I had to just take them and make sure I add a little bit of this and then let my family members taste it to make sure that I was right on course with the way that the final product was supposed to taste. But these are just family recipes that we've had in our family from generation to generations. And to be quite frankly, we've only scratched the surface to the amount of products that we're actually going to bring to the market that's already in the pipeline. And so what we try to do is, my family, man, we throw everything in our food, everything. And we want to make sure that those products that what we're giving you taste extremely well. So that's why we have products like the honey apple salsa. We didn't just want to give you a regular salsa with tomatoes and onions and peppers and salt and, salt. We didn't want to do that. We said, let's add those apples that we're so accustomed to, which we love apples, and honey, which we're accustomed to, and we love honey. And let's just use that recipe and see how it fits. And lo and behold, we've gotten really great reviews. We won awards for that particular product. And I'm glad that you enjoy it too, my friend.
Oh, yeah. That apple, what is it? Apple honey butter. Oh, man.
Yes, honey apple butter.
Yeah.
Honey apple butter.
Killer.
And here's the thing, like I said, my wife grew up next door to her grandmother, and so did I. So, man, we used to always get like biscuits from scratch, and my grandma used to make fresh, jams and just fresh, man. And I just remember those days of just sitting around the table, my grandma just giving us so much wisdom. When I was a little boy, I didn't understand it, but just listening to her talk and just tell you just little things. And man, I miss those days. But what brings a smile to my face is whenever we receive messages from customers and to hear them say, man, that honey apple butter reminded me of my grandmother. I remember when this used to happen, and you could just see the smile coming from their heart.
Yeah.
And that does me really well to see that, when people try our products, it takes them down memory lane, just like it takes me down memory lane as well.
Absolutely, 100%. And you can find that online, Kyvan82.com. I believe it's also available at Walmart.com, Amazon. That's where I order a lot of mine. If I run thin and I don't, I run down the road to Amory, Aberdeen, Food Giant, grab them there. So they're available at outlets as well.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Hey guys, it's Jordan here reminding you to keep up with all things athletics at Itawamba Community College by following Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platforms, subscribing to Let's Go ICC on YouTube, visiting letsgoicc.com for news, scores, photos, and more, and watching on letsgoicctv.com.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renaissancebank.com.
Finding success in life is a journey. Get the best start at Itawamba Community College. Whether you want new job skills, a degree, or to take classes for fun, ICC can design a plan just for you. Rated one of America's top 2-year colleges by the Aspen Institute, ICC delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Apply at apply.iccms.edu and register for classes November the 15th through December the 14th by emailing eadvisor@iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is being brought to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. And now we're going to welcome Kyle Spencer to the show. Kyle, one of the newest members of the ICC family here, one of our recruiters at ICC. And Kyle, before we get into what's coming up at ICC, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. Well, again, thank you for having me, Adam. Very glad to be on the show. But a little bit about me. So I just started ICC back in June. I'm a recent Mississippi State grad. I grew up really close to here in Fulton. I grew up in Houston, Mississippi, so only an hour away. Came here as a freshman and sophomore, loved my time, went to state and had to come back. I loved it so much. So enjoying my time as a recruiter and loving to get to meet everybody.
And proof that once you're a member of the ICC family, you're always a member of the ICC family.
You got that right.
All right, so tell us about the big event coming up. I know here in November, I think the middle and the end of November coming up. Mm-hmm. So tell us about the event.
Yeah, so this is December grad orientation. So if you are a high school graduate and you're going to graduate in December and want to come to classes in the spring, this is exactly what you need to be coming to. So a little bit about it is if you want to come to our Tupelo campus, we have a Tupelo orientation session. That's going to be November 16th. Or if you want to come to our Fulton campus, we'll have one of those orientation sessions November 30th. But a little bit about it, you'll be able to hear from all of our different department heads, hear a lot about the college, different kind of aspects, things you'll need to know as a student before you get here. You'll be able to make your schedule, so you'll sit down with your specific advisor depending on what you want to major in. They'll sit down, help you make your schedule for the spring, also be able to meet a lot of other students that are coming in the spring and kind of get to make those connections before you even have your first day of class. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of information. We'll be able to answer any kind of questions you have about ICC before your first day of class.
Awesome. Now, this is something that, of course, I'm a good bit older than you, something that high school students are able to do now. A lot of them are able to graduate at December. So this is a great way that ICC is meeting that need. And that's one thing we always do, meet the needs of our community. This is another way ICC is doing that for those kids that are able to graduate in December to come in with their parents and just kind of get used to the college sense and know what to expect. So kind of elaborate a little bit more on what they can expect whenever it comes to like the actual event. Do they need to bring pen and paper? What do they need to bring?
Yes. So pen and paper isn't necessarily required, but it's we'd definitely love for you to have it, to be able to take notes. I'm kind of a pen and paper guy, or take notes on my phone or whatever, just because it'll be a lot of information. But other than that, really just, bring yourself. Make sure you know what major you are and things like that. You'll kind of register for that anyway for the event. But really, we just want you to bring yourself, bring your parent, no specific requirements you'll need. You can also email the admissions office just in case if we're missing any paperwork prior and you need to bring that. Anything like that, you would get up with them to be able to bring. But other than that, we'd love for you to just bring yourself, bring your parent, just because you're going to gain everything you need at the orientation session, like your schedule, the information you'll need, and where your classes are and things like that.
And real quick, give those dates again.
Yeah, so the Fulton session is going to be November 30th.
And so is that daytime, afternoon?
Yeah, so we have that scheduled from 1 to 3:30.
Awesome. So if you want more information on that, you can visit iccms.edu. As we're talking to Kyle Spencer, one of our recruiters here at ICC. And Kyle, let's just kind of reflect back on your time here at ICC.
Yes.
What was it that made you, one, want to come to ICC and then ultimately come back?
Wow. So, yes, coming to ICC, not going to lie, I just didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know. And, my father taught here at ICC for a while in the HVAC program. He just told me a lot about it, how his students have a great time and people he knows just had a great time here. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Came to class the first day, met all different kinds of people, got to know the people in my class. I joined clubs, joined organizations, and really just fell in love with Fulton. In general, I was here on the Fulton campus, lived in the dorm, loved that experience as well. Just fell in love with really the people here because it's a really big family atmosphere. We can say that truthfully. All of our teachers, they get to know their students, faculty and staff. Everybody's here just wants to see everybody succeed and see the college grow. So that's what we're really excited about. Fell in love with that aspect. Knew that when I was a delegate, which is our club and organization that gives tours on campus, I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in higher education because I fell in love with my time here, and I knew I had to get back here as soon as possible.
Well, I know your job is a recruiter, so say we've got someone listening right now, or maybe a parent or a guardian of someone listening that's kind of on that fence right now of like, do I want to go to ICC or do I want to make that jump directly to, say, a four-year school?
Right.
Why should they consider ICC?
Well, I think there's, a bunch of different reasons. One reason is just the class size. So, going to high school, you're going to be in classes around 20 to 30 people at tops. That's kind of how our classes are set up. So we cap our classes off at 30. Really, it's going to be closer to that 20 to 25 mark. So it's very familiar and similar to what you'll experience in high school. But the flip side of that, the benefit is you're in class with a bunch of people you still don't know. So you get that college experience. It's kind of the best of both worlds is what I like to say. So your teachers are still here to help, make sure you're on the right track, give you that information, and you're not just a number in the system. But you're still meeting other people, going to class with these people from different high schools that you weren't aware of. People from all over the state, even all over the world, come here to ICC. So that's just kind of one reason. Also, just the price point. So we're the most affordable community college, and most affordable college rather, in North Mississippi. So just being able to come here, receive the same education you would at any other school for a fraction of the cost. So that's another big reason.
Absolutely. Well, and Kyle, before I let you go, let's talk about it one more time, kind of in a nutshell, about the December orientation. So just go ahead.
Yeah, so December orientation in a nutshell, you're going to come here, you're going to learn a lot about the college, the different departments, different aspects, what you'll need to know before your first day of class, everything about ICC. And then the big thing is you'll make your schedule for the spring semester. So you'll come, sit down with an advisor, they'll sit you through it, talk about the classes you'll need to graduate, all of this, and make your schedule for the spring. And then also another big reason is you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and meet other people who are coming with you in the spring and go ahead and make those connections before you step foot on campus.
Again, those dates, November the 30th, 1 to 3:30, right here in Fulton. Kyle, I appreciate your time, man, and proof that the best start here.
That's right. Thank you for having me.
Finding success in life is a journey. Get the best start at Itawamba Community College. Whether you want new job skills, a degree, or to take classes for fun, ICC can design a plan just for you. Rated one of America's top 2-year colleges by the Aspen Institute, ICC delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Apply at apply.iccms.edu and register for classes November the 15th through December the 14th by emailing eadvisor@iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.